Alright, pop your tops, it's time for pop, you get pop, okay, there it is. It's time for the Six Pack Network. You got a couple hosts, here's one now, this is Carl, hey Carl, and where is he? Oh, there he is, that's Clint. Enjoy the show.
It's a Six Pack Network. I'm Carl.
I'm the other person that's not Carl.
Good week to be a comic book fan. It's a good week just to be an American. Roll Tide. And today we have for you our top fives.
Separately from one another. And they're different lists. The Six Pack High Five.
The Six Pack High Five.
It's a top 10 together. I have 5 picks. We do our own list separate.
They're better than yours. So I went with top 5 Sinister 6 villains that should be on screen this time in The Amazing Spider-Man 3. We know, of course, number 6 will be Rhino. At the end of the picture, spoiler alert, last fucking thing you see is Rhino. He's on screen for like 4 minutes. Bullshit. But and he's played by, of course, Paul Giamatti, which I would not have chose him, but he did a pretty good job. I mean, like, I will be honest with you.
If you're gonna do a mech suit, you might as well go with a good actor.
Yeah, and you know, I didn't read the Ultimate, so I'm not really familiar with. I thought that Alexei Chichnevich or whatever his name is, he's got some Russian name. But I always thought in the Ultimates he was kind of like a nerd, and Paul Giamatti was kind of like a gangbanger hard ass. Like he, you know, was all pissed off and shit. So I guess he was trying to go a little old school with it, but even the old school Rhino, though he was a mobster kind of guy, whatever, kind of got in an experiment Scorpion type.
Yeah.
He wasn't, you know, I mean, he was like a
dumb.
wise guy. Yeah, he was like a
he was like a big enforcer, like for the mob that was really scary.
Right, and kind of like a muscle. But anyway, number 6 has got to be Rhino. So number 5, I would love to see Dr. Otto Octavius, you know, resurrect himself and bring back that. You know, Alfred Molina didn't do bad. It wasn't his fault. But Spider-Man 2, Doc Ock, you know, who would you like to see play Otto Octavius?
Well,
if we had to get another one. Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones as Doc Ock, you know. In like a, you know.
That's pretty good. I don't know if I can come up with a better idea.
Imagine the goggles on him and shit.
I'm doing the top 5 crucifixees in film. And it's film, not movies, because as a person that gets crucified in a film.
Cruciphenomenon.
My 5 is Chris. He's a pretty important character in cinema. He played the friend of the guy that was the main character in the movie called American Werewolf in Paris.
Never seen it.
And at one point, this character, Chris, that everybody probably knows from the famous movie American Werewolf in Paris, at one point he is done up just like somebody with his arms out, you know, being crucified, but he manages to get away. So that's the main reason I picked him, was because he got away.
Number 4 for the new Sinister 6 and The Amazing Spider-Man 3. Excuse me. My choice would, I'd like to see a big screen version of Quentin Beck Mysterio. The more I think about it, the more that Quentin Beck Mysterio, like, oh, dude, I would love to see that. Like, they could totally not have him get bit by electric crystal balls, you know, and like actually make, you know, because think about it. He was a special effects artist gone criminal.
Yeah.
You know, and I'd like to see Keanu Reeves play Mysterio.
And my number 4 is Margaret, Carrie's mom from the movie Carrie.
Never seen Carrie, actually. Not a horror film guy.
Hold on a second. Man, you never saw Carrie?
Man, I never saw Carrie.
Yeah, well, I can't
Spoiler
talk about
alert.
it.
Spoiler alert.
But that's the problem, is whenever this happens during our countdown, we can't finish. Because We can't spoil it.
Number 3, my top 5 Sinister Six in the next big Spider-Man picture. Number 3, an Amazing 3. I'd like to see fucking Flint Marko Sandman, so that they could finally do Sandman right, because I love Sandman. He's one of my favorite villains, and they fucked him up in Spider-Man 3 almost as worse or bad as fucking Eddie Brock Venom. Flint Marko Sandman. Do it right, get it right, it'd be wonderful. Thoughts?
No.
You don't like Sandman, you don't like
But who you're supposed to talk about?
Who would you pick then?
What, for Sinister Six?
Yeah, if you wouldn't pick Sandman, who would you pick then? You see who my picks are. Who would you rather pick be? Chameleon? Because I think there's no way they could do a big screen Chameleon and have him be threatening. I change into other people. So fucking what? I'm Spider-Man. I could beat your ass and know what you're going to do before you do it. You can change into people who look like people?
Yeah, but what if you didn't know it was Chameleon until the end of the movie?
Dude.
Mystique is Chameleon. I mean,
okay, so who would you pick, though? Chameleon?
No, but you just said that.
So
I said Craven one time.
Okay.
Fuck
who would you pick to
I'm
be
talking
Craven?
about real Craven. And
Peter Skarsgård?
Who's Peter Skarsgård? The old man from Thor?
No. Peter Skarsgård's the guy who played in The Wire or something. I don't know. He's okay. He's kind of like Gerard Butler type shit.
No, who would play fucking Craven?
Who would play Craven? And I'll tell you who should play Flint Marko Sandman.
I'll tell you right now who I would cast to play Craven.
Who?
Fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme.
And Flint Marko, I think the guy that played Sabretooth in the Wolverine movies would make a pretty good Sandman.
He didn't.
He's tall as shit.
Oh no! You're talking about the Liev
Schreiber.
Liev
Schreiber. Yeah.
There's 2 Sabretooths in the X-Men.
Oh no! Yeah. Not the badass Sabretooth from the real X-Men movie, I guess. But
the better Sabretooth from the not X-Men movie.
The Ryan Reynolds Deadpool movie. That Sabretooth.
Yeah.
Anyway, so number 3, crucifixee.
Alright, my number 3 for top crucifixee of all time is Spartacus. Because he was a slave and he decided he didn't want to be a slave no more. So he and the rest of his slaves buddies, they got together and they almost sacked Rome. So that's awesome.
Ball sack.
And then whenever they were caught, Spartacus said, "I'm Spartacus," and then you see those commercials,
yeah.
and then everybody says, "I'm Spartacus," and they all get crucified.
All of them?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Because they say, "I'm Spartacus too," and they shield them. But Rome doesn't. They just crucify everybody.
Number 2, top 5 Sinister Six. I say Adrian Toomes Vulture. Not only because of the foreshadowing of the vulture wings and the Oscorp scene and all that, but that bald, creepy guy that's in the whole fucking movie in Amazing Spider-Man 2. He's like, in the Ultimates, Adrian Toomes was like a top guy at Oscorp, and that's why he became the Vulture. Okay? So it would be perfect. And I even looked in the credits and looked at everything. They never tell you that bald, creepy guy's name. And it would just be too easy for them to take that guy, the bald, creepy dude, and just make him the Vulture. Like, just give him the wings, make him the Vulture. He's a great actor.
Oh, you already got the actor, too.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but he's the guy, the bald guy in the movie. He's in the whole fucking movie.
Is he in something else?
He's the guy that injects, I forget his name, though, but he's the guy that shoots Harry up with the goblin.
Is he in another movie that I have seen?
Yeah, but I don't remember what, dude.
Oh, okay.
Moving on.
Alright, time for my number 2 for best crucifixie.
Wait, who would you pick to play Vulture?
Who would I pick to play Vulture?
Yeah, because that's...
I want to see Michael Cera play the Vulture. Sorry for stealing for you. You had something and I wanted to...
Hey, I got these wings, bro. They cut shit. The top 5 crucifixes in film and industry. What's your number 2, sir?
Damn, it's my... Okay, my number 2 should be pretty obvious because everybody should know what the number 1 is. My number 2 is Conan the Barbarian.
Fuck yeah.
This motherfucker gets put on the tree of woe. They hang him up like this, and a fucking vulture comes and starts eating him. He pretends like he's dead on the tree of woe, and then he bites the damn vulture with his face and strangles the life out and spits him out, and then he's like, okay, I'll die now.
Right?
And
To Conan. Hard as
badass.
fuck. My number one pick, who I hope is definitely in the Sinister Six and in the next movie, would have to be Matt Gargan, the Scorpion. I think it'd be too easy for them and just perfect to do, you know, a prototype, because the Green Goblin had that exoskeleton suit, you know, in the movie. He kind of had like a superhuman kind of deal. And if you made something just a step beyond that and modeled it after a scorpion, you know, gave him the bio shit just like Goblin, but made it like, you know, scorpion venom instead of, because the Green Goblin venom was based on the Spider-Man venom from those spiders.
Is that Ultimates or is that regular?
That's the movie. But that's Ultimate shit. Yeah, but yeah, the venom from the radioactive Spider-Man spiders, that's where you got the Goblin formula. So make a scorpion venom, you got the fucking scorpion. Really, it doesn't matter as long as they're a badass in the scorpion.
Do I get my
suit.
scorpion pick
yeah,
actor?
Yeah, like
actor to play
I don't
Scorpion?
really have one, so who do you think?
Jason Statham.
Dude, that would be awesome. Yes. Okay, Jason Statham, number one, the fucking transporter Orpian. All day long. That's my number one. Scorpion, Jason Statham. And then it's cool too because Matt Gargan was the second Venom. So number one, Scorpion. Mr. Sir, take it away. Crucifixee of all time in movie pictures, according to Clint Williams.
This should surprise no one.
Yeah, this is awesome.
My number one crucifixee, person that's been crucified in all of movies, all of film for the rest of the time, is of course Eric Idle's character, which I don't think he had it. He might have had a name in that movie, but I can't remember it offhand. In Monty Python's The Life of Brian.
Hell yeah.
You know why he's number one? Because he's on the cross and he tells you know, Brian's on the cross wrongly, and they're on the cross, and he says, always look on the bright side of life, and they sing a very happy song about looking on the bright side of life if they're on a crucifix. It's a lot easier to pretend that's happening than to actually do it.
When life is bloody shit, you've got to deal with it.
Yeah.
It's, you know, so be thankful for what you got.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Always. So anyway, that's our top fives for this week. I'm Carl with a K.
And I'm Clint with a C.
And we will see you next time on the Six Pack Network.
High five. So his was what he already said. And mine is the top 10, or excuse me.
Cut! I'm just kidding.
Mine is the top 10. Mine is the top 10.
Top 5.
Top 5. High five.
High five.
Take a beer.
Alright.
I'm glad I'm less drunk to do a better job this time.
I did the top 5 Sinister Six. Clint did.
Alright, so